Hello, first grade disciples and thinkers and problem solvers. The purpose of this video is for us to practice the skill and the politeness of naming ourselves with I and naming ourselves last. So in the other short video in this lesson that I hope you watched, another teacher was explaining that whenever we are using I or me in a sentence, we use those words which refer to us last. And the reason for that is because that is polite and that is considerate. Right? To consider is to think deeply about something. Well, to be considerate is to think deeply about others. And we know that God and Jesus want us, if we're going to be disciples of God and Jesus, who do we have to think about first, ourselves or others? Yeah, you know, it's not easy, but we need to think about others first. So when we're using the words I or me, we always use those words after we use the words for everybody else. It's like you hold open the door for someone and let them go through the door before you do. It's polite, considerate. So to practice that, we're going to practice together on page 93. So please get your practice book open to page 93. If you need to press pause on this video until you're ready to start page 93, then do that. Get yourself ready for page 93. The first step is to write your name and number at the top of page 93. All right, so on this page, the directions tell us to write the sentences correctly. That means that right now they are not correct, so we have to correct them. So number one says, Jay and me visit a farm. Well, first of all, we don't use me in the naming part. It doesn't sound right. Right? The naming part is Jay and blank. The action part is visit a farm. We would say Jay and I visit a farm, not Jay and me. And notice how I comes after Jay. So cross off me and write I. And then you can write the sentence correctly. Jay and I visit a farm. Not Jay and me. I. Me is used when we're talking about ourselves in the action part, but not in the naming part. Okay, number two. Me and Bree feed the ducks. There's two things wrong with this. Can you think of what they are? You're right. First, who gets named first? Do we name ourselves or someone else? We have to name the other person first. So it's going to be Bree is going to go first. So draw an arrow like that, and we are going to go second. And we don't say me because we're in the naming part. So it's I, not me. But we don't say I and Bree. We say Bree and I. So cross off me, write I, write the arrow to tell we're switching the words around, and now you can write the sentence. Bree, it's an interesting name. I guess it's short for Brianna. Bree and I, that's the naming part, feed the ducks. That's the action part. Period. Okay, you get the idea? We name ourselves second and we use I in the naming part. Dave and me pet the sheep. What's wrong with that? So let's test out your prediction. I'd like you to press pause and fix it, cross off the word that needs to be changed and write the correct word. And then when you're done, press play again to test your hypothesis. Okay, I hope that you saw that you need to replace me with I because we're in the naming part. We say Dave and I, not Dave and me. So Dave and I pet the sheep. Okay. All right, number 5. Me and Ed see the lambs. There are 2 things wrong with that sentence. Press pause, fix them, and then check your prediction. Okay, here are the 2 things. First, this is the naming part, me and Ed. If it's me and Ed, if we're in the naming part, do we say me or I? You're right. This has to be I. Okay, that's one thing that's wrong. The other thing is, who comes first, Ed or I? Ed goes first, right? Because we think about others before ourselves, right? Love God, love others, transform our world. Think about others. So Ed comes before I. So it's Ed and I see the lambs. Okay. Number 5, Meg and me hold the cat. Okay. Fix it on your own and then check the video to see if you got it right. Let's see, did you do this? Did you change me to I? And who comes first, Meg or do I come first? Yeah, Meg comes first, I come second. And then you would write Meg and I hold the cat. Okay, good job. All right, so that's just practice. Hopefully you were able to follow along. So now we're going to go actually back into the book a few pages earlier to practice book page 88. 88. Something about that number. I wish I could put my finger on it. I just can't. What is it about that number? Just can't put my finger on it. Well, if you think about what it is that's special about that number, send me an email or a picture to tell me. I don't want to do the freeze. I want to keep going with the flow and on with the show. But I sure hope somebody can help me remember. What is it about that number? All right. The title is Naming Yourself Last. So make sure you have your name and number. Name yourself not first, but last. That's what this page is all about. All right, the directions. There are 2 sets of directions at the top of the page. Circle the correct words to finish each sentence. So we're going to circle the word circle. Okay, so let's read the sentence. Blank see the goat. Would it be Jean and lowercase I or Jean and uppercase I? Which is the correct way to say Jean and I? Right, of course, I is uppercase I, so it would be this one. Okay, so you're going to follow the same directions for 2 and 3. You're going to look to see, is I spelled correctly? And is I in the right place? Does I come first or last? Right? We think about others first, we come last. So circle the correct answers for number 2 and 3. And then at the bottom of the page it says, write the words from the word box to finish the sentence. The words in the word, so I would say write. So the words in the word box are Anne and I. It says blank and blank hold the baby snakes. So would you write Anne and I hold the baby snakes, or would you write I and Anne hold the baby snakes? Think about what we've learned and discussed today. Who comes first? Who comes last? Okay, so when you're done with page 88, something about that number. When you're done with page 88, please have somebody from your home take a picture of it and send it to me. All right. Thank you for your attention, or as they would say in Italy, grazie and addio. Right? Grazie and addio.